spirit of deceased relatives and share this day of joy, of holiness with those beloved souls. And so they're going to light a candle for Mary and Meyer Mizrahi, for Pete and Kay Smigo, for Matt, I believe Uncle Sid, that is your uncle, and William and Ethel Kerner, and Robert Weiss. And so, Matt, would you please light the candle for these beloved souls? No, it took me a while. It'll happen. So, under the chuppah, and just for a moment, I want to just explain the significance of the canopy. It is symbolic of a first roof, a first home. And I know that Matt shared some of the work with the boys in doing a basement. And I don't know what they did, some hammering, some measuring. But the chuppah is open, it's exposed. Debbie and Matt, can see all of you. And it is, again, a spiritual home. It is a home in progress. And only through your communication, your work together, your compromise, your inclusion of the boys and others in your lives, the way that you host a Rosh Hashanah dinner, a Mother's Day celebration, bringing people an experience and sharing the love will make and create a house into a home. And it doesn't take, again, tools. It doesn't take measurements, drywall. All it takes is a lot of heart, a lot of love, and a lot of care. So under the chuppah, we offer a blessing over wine. Wine is a symbol of joy and happiness. And Matt and Debbie, when we met, there is no doubt that you absolutely create joy and happiness for each other. And Matt, the fact that you instinctively will save tickets to a movie or, again, any kind of memento that is a reminder of a time, a special place that you and Debbie have shared. It goes to show that sentimentality is a sign that what you share, what you do, what you experience is so satisfying, you want to hold on to it in some way. And so I offer a blessing over wine in the hopes that the two of you will always know and create the sweetest of family time, of couple time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Praised are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, creator of fruit that grows on the vine. Michael, Jake, do you have the rings?
Yes.
All right. I'll take both of them. And you guys stay right here, okay? Don't move. Well, you don't have to freeze. That was kind of like not a literal, just figuratively. Just hang right here with your mom and Matt. Okay. So under the chuppah, when Matt gives Debbie and she accepts this ring as a symbol of Matt's commitment to always respect you, to always love you, to always be your partner, you are acknowledged as married. So Matt, would you take this and place this on Debbie's finger? And I believe you have some feelings, thoughts about...
It's pre-recorded, so I'm going to press play. Deb, as usual, I procrastinated. I was trying to find the right words to say to show you how much I love you. I was trying to find the perfect way to say I love you. Then I remembered you're not looking for it to be perfect. You're looking for a man that loves you unconditionally, and I do. You're looking for someone to help raise your boys, someone with the same values and kindness as you, and I do, and I will. You're looking for someone that knows a marriage is hard work, someone that knows it takes communication, respect, listening, and understanding, just to list a few. I do. You're looking for someone that will give you direction, even when they don't understand how you got lost going down the street 5 times. I will. Michael and Jake, today I stand up here making a commitment to your mother, but I also make a promise to the both of you. I will teach you the things that I know. I will respect and listen to the both of you. I will give you advice and know that you may not always listen. I will help raise you into men, like my family did for me. I want to give you some advice now. It's something that was told to me, and I hope you listen to it years from now. You will just know. You will just know when you meet the right person. Let me tell you, there's nothing that can describe it. You will just know from the moment you talk to her or meet her. You won't doubt anything. I wish this for the both of you because every parent wants the best for their kids, but mostly so one day you will know just how much I love your mother. Deb, there will be times when things won't be perfect, like pushing me in a pool and destroying my phone. But I believe you and I are meant to work through these times with understanding and love. And yes, there will be many days when things are perfect, like this day, this moment. But I believe we were meant to enjoy, cherish, and appreciate these days forever. I know we were meant for each other. I love you today and forever.
And Debbie has chosen to give Matt a symbol of her commitment as Matt's partner and helpmate. So Debbie, would you put that on Matt's finger? And I'm going to ask you to share your words from your heart with Matt.
Matt, ever since I was a little girl, I always said I wanted to marry a man who loved me as much as my father loved me. I didn't think that was going to happen for me until I met you. You are the most genuine, honest, and caring man that I have ever known. You make me feel safe, secure, and most of all loved. I feel so blessed to be standing here with you today. You have an amazing family that I can now call my own, but I'm not the only lucky one. You are not only the best man for me, but you are an amazing role model for Michael and Jake. I can honestly say, without a doubt in my mind, that you love them like your own. How lucky are they to have two amazing fathers in their lives, to care for them and to instill important values that they will need to become the men I know they will someday be. I thank God every day for blessing the broken road that led us together. We both truly understand and appreciate what is important in a relationship. I've never been the same since the first day I met you. Thank you for coming into my life and for all the happiness you have given me. I promise to be the best wife and mother I can possibly be. But most of all, I promise to love you with all of my heart for the rest of my life.
Did you guys hold hands for a second? Matt and Debbie, these are the hands of your best friend, holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. Debbie and Matt, these are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. Matt and Debbie, these are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with that slightest touch, be able to comfort you like no other. Debbie and Matt, these are the hands that will hold you when fear gets the best of you. Debbie and Matt, these are the hands that will countless times wipe away the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. Matt and Debbie, these are the hands that will tenderly hold your children. Debbie and Matt, these are the hands that through the years will give you that support, that strength, that support through the years like no other. I'm going to ask you now to repeat after me this phrase from the Bible to seal this ring ceremony. As you look at each other, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. I am to my beloved
I am to my beloved
as my beloved is to me.
as my beloved is to me.
The next part of the ceremony is usually something done prior to the ceremony. But Matt and Debbie wanted to share the moment with all of you. And even though you can't all sign the ketubah, the marriage document, as witnesses, you can be witness to the signing. And then I'll read the text. But I know that representing all of you, Matt and Debbie would like to ask Ginger and Charlie and Sharon to please come forward to sign the ketubah. Charlie? Right to Sharon. Just kisses. Deb, you're still a Maneker? So I'd like to share the text that Matt and Debbie put their names to. On the first day of the week, the 30th day of the month of Sivan, in the year 5774, corresponding to June 28th, 2014, here at the Cottage Green, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Matthew Brandon Smigo and Deborah Lynn Menaker came together under this chuppah to make a sacred covenant as husband and wife, partners in marriage. They said to each other, I pledge you to me in righteousness and justice with love and compassion. I pledge you to me in everlasting faithfulness, and I promise to honor and cherish, support and sustain you. Together, they said, we pledge to establish a home as a sanctuary of peace, a home filled with reverence for the divine, the teachings of our respective traditions, deeds of loving kindness, a home closely linked to our families, our friends, and our tradition. And everything in this ketubah we take upon ourselves to uphold with truth and integrity. All is binding. So there's one last ritual. It's when Matt, and some rabbis would say, Matt, when you would put your foot down, maybe for the last time. I know that's a cheap laugh, I'm sorry. But actually, little chuppah adjustment. Is that your dad?
I just met that. We need the person.
All right. Putting you under the bus. So, under the chuppah, the last ritual is the breaking of the glass. And this teaching is not only for Matt and Debbie, but it's for all of us who have relationships that we cherish. The first part of the teaching says that in this vessel are qualities that Matt and Debbie fell in love with when they first met and continue to bring out in each other and use as the foundation of their relationship. We heard some of them. There's a compromise. There's a spirit of listening to each other, negotiating. You respect each other. You have fun. Go on a cruise. It could be going to the beach. You could skiing. You could just be home. I know that you value these two boys. I know that you cherish your families. There is an amazing trust that you have created and established. You can really count on each other. You are reliable. You care. You pay attention. So these qualities, so many more, are in here. Now, dear friends, we ask ourselves, in our relationships, if we're still blessed to have parents alive, if we're blessed to have a significant other, a spouse, if we're blessed to have children, if we're blessed to have dear friends in our lives, the tradition wants us to ask at this moment in front of Debbie and Matt, how are we doing? Have we been able to compromise? Or have we been stubborn? Are we as loving, generous, caring, patient, respectful, trustworthy as we should? If the answer is no, or not as much as we should, then we have a moment of potential inspiration. Because when Matt breaks the glass, it's believed that these qualities are shared as Debbie and Matt's gifts to us. And it is a way that we can be inspired by them, bringing these qualities to the people who deserve our best. And so I put this at your foot, Matt, and it is my privilege, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the laws of the Jewish people, when it comes to marriage, that I pronounce you, Matt, you, Debbie, husband and wife, and I believe after this celebration at Cottage Green, you're on your way to Punta Cana. So, and by the way, after we hear the breaking of the glass and Matt and Debbie embrace, I'm going to invite you all to shout out the words Mazel Tov, which really mean that they should have a blessed, a good life together. Go ahead. Mazel Tov!
Good, man.
Let's give it up.
Yeah.